everyone, it's Make, and today this video is for those beginners who want to learn how to tween with Alight Motion. This video includes the basics and explanation for these basics for tweening, like parenting, keyframes, graphs, and effects people use to tween. But before that, I just want to say thank you so much for 1,000 subscribers, guys, and I couldn't have done it without your guys' help. Now let's get right into the video. When I do my tweens, I usually post on shorts, which the ratio is 9:16, and they have that canvas size in Ibispaint, so I usually use that so that I can block out where my character is going to be, as you can see here in the video that I posted. Next, we need to have our character that we have to tween. So, I have this one, which is the one I used for the errand clinic trend. Once you get your sketch done, you need to separate these into the parts that you want to tween. So for example, I separated the body, parts of the hair, front, middle, and back, the hat, both of the arms, glasses, eyes, and mouth. Once we are done with that, save all the layers on transparent and they have to be separate, not on the same image. Okay, so on to Alight Motion. So first press this and go to 9:16 and press New Project. From there, go to the plus button on the bottom right and press Media so that you can see your images. And then start importing every image that you have saved like this. Once you have imported everything, press the left side of one of the layers and adjust to where you want it to end. For this tutorial, I'll be ending it in 5 seconds. And after that, select the others, except for the one you already adjusted like what I'm doing, and press this. It will elongate the layers to the place where your playhead is. I call this stage the prep stage because we're preparing for the actual fun tweening part. So the first step of this stage is to rename all the layers to what the layer is. You can do that by pressing this top part. After naming all the layers for maximum efficiency in order, the second step is to actually organize the layers like what I'm doing. The third step is to parent the layers. Parenting is basically where you want your parts to connect. It's a child-parent relationship where you connect this layer, which is called the child, to the parent, which is the layer that you want to connect it with. The parent layer influences the position, rotation, and scale of the child layer. This part is important because you do not need to tween multiple layers and try to keep them in sync. It's important because it helps you move together in sync. So you can just follow the steps that I'm doing here in the video. And of course, I'll make it easier for you guys because I made a chart so that you guys know where each layer goes with. After that is also a super important step, pivot points. Pivot points are like joints in our body. It's the point where the layer rotates, transforms, scales, or skews. Follow what I'm doing in the video so that you can see where the pivot points go. Also, I made another chart so that it's easy for you guys to see where goes where. By the way, this is only my opinion on where the pivot points should go. Other people may use the pivot points in different places, but for me, this is what I do. Okay guys, finally, we are in the tweening stage, the part you guys have been waiting for. So let's go. Wait! First, crucial info. I'll be explaining keyframes and graphs. Keyframes are like these diamond things, and they are kind of like a marker on that specific time that the layer is doing this. And you use this other keyframe to add another motion. The app automatically fills in what happens in between these two keyframes. You can understand more when you see how we use it. Next, graphs. These are used with keyframes because graphs are the ones controlling how the movement between two keyframes. It's what controls the speed and pace of the animation. Commonly used graphs are the ease in, ease out, and ease in and out. Okay, let's go back to the main video so that you can see and understand what I was yapping about. First, I'm starting with the head. I'm making the head bob up and down using the move tool. Follow what I'm doing here. Next, you have to add the graphs. The graphs I use for this one is a cyclic one, and it gives like a bounce effect and like puts the two keyframes in a loop. After this, I go to Effects and click on Scale Assist. I put the first keyframe without changing anything and the last keyframe to 102 and 103, and use the same graphs as the head bob. Okay, next for the hair. I go to Scale and press this and I drag it around. I place a keyframe here first and then I drag the top part to the right, increasing the numbers, and the bottom to the left, decreasing the numbers. And I place another one at the end going left, which decreases the numbers, and bottom to the right, which increases. So basically, first keyframe is short and wide, and last keyframe is long and narrow. Next, we apply the same graphs that we used from earlier. I apply this method in all the hair layers. Next, for the front bang, I do the same thing. For back hair, I rotated a bit first with the first keyframe going 11 degrees and last keyframe to negative 15 degrees for me. It honestly depends on how much you want it to rotate. Next, apply the graphs. And I do the same thing for the right part of the back hair slash ponytail. And then do the step that we did earlier for the other parts of the hair. First keyframe short and wide, and last keyframe long and narrow. Next for the skirt, I did the scale assist effect. First keyframe and last keyframe with 103 and apply the same graphs. Now for the arm, I use the rotation tool and the first keyframe, I apply it with no degrees, and last keyframe 5 degrees. This is all up to preference on how much you want it to be rotated. Lastly, apply the graphs. And then you do the same thing for the other arm. Still on the arm, go back to the left one and go to the move tool and move it a little bit up on the first keyframe and back to original in the last. Apply the same graphs for this one too, and do the same thing on the other arm. For the face, I parented the mouth to the eyes for now because the mouth isn't going to move in this tutorial. I go to the eyes layer and move it up on first keyframe and then down on the last keyframe. I use the same graphs. Also, I wanted to make the eyes blink. So go to Scale Assist and then put your first keyframe down. And then go to a part where you want to blink and add a keyframe just a little bit before that part, like what I'm doing. And put another keyframe on the part where you want it to blink and split the layer. On the layer with the keyframes, on the last keyframe, make the eyes longer by sliding this, and then add the graphs ease in. Next, go to the eyes layer with no keyframes and go here to change the image to the one with closed eyes. This makes it so that you don't have to do the prep stage on that layer. Then apply Scale Assist and follow what I'm doing. Now let's tween the body. Just follow what I'm doing here. Now I'm going to tween the accessories. Now for a simple background, go to Shapes and press Rectangle. Color it any color you would like, and put it at the very bottom layer. Then long press the side of all the layers except for the background and group them. And follow what I'm doing for the final details. And then go here and press border and press outside and adjust the thickness. Then press this for shadow and adjust to your liking. And we are actually done. Last step is to export and press this button, and then also this one since I don't have the pro version of Alight Motion. And after watching some ads, this will appear and you have to wait for it to be done exporting. And after that, very crucial step is to press the save button. And we are done! Yay! And here's the final result! Yay! Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys learned how to tween like me. And I hope that this will kickstart your tweening journey. I just wanted to let you know that this is just how I tween, and it's really up to you on how you want to do it. I just want to lay down all the basics so that you guys can understand. Thanks for watching, guys!